Hi, welcome to my review debut. I'm LastSavePoint. Today we're going to be taking a look at Metal Hellsinger, an FPS rhythm game dripping with style. But first, a word from our sponsor. It's me, I'm the sponsor. I stream on twitch.tv/LastSavePoint Tuesday through Friday at 8 a.m. PST, where I rant about nothing, play games for the very first time, and even tell jokes. If you hate this review, please drop by while I'm live and let me know. See you there. Metal Hellsinger takes on the mantle of a boomer shooter, so think Doom or Wolfenstein, but with a spectacular twist, dispatching the hordes of hell to absolutely head-bangable music. You are the unknown. A human-demon hybrid with a taste for vengeance, after your voice is taken from you by the big bad of the game, the Judge. You're accompanied by Paz, a skull with the uncanny ability to narrate. His macabre appearance and southern drawl, matched with your ability to shoot on beat, allows for a match made in the demon version of heaven. The story of Metal Hellsinger isn't anything to write home about. You're pissed, you have guns, and you want revenge. You learn more of these truths in between the main missions through the cutscenes, some of which can be as long as 4 minutes. Which is cool, yeah, but quite a bit of exposition for a game that really boils down to murdering with the help of kick-ass music. Needless to say, the story is just enough to get your foot in the door and get those toes tapping. The game takes place over the course of 9 main levels, with a multitude of challenges called torments scattered throughout, but more on that later. There aren't any secret areas in Metal Hellsinger like those found in similar titles such as Doom, so there isn't much reason to explore, save for maybe taking in a vista or two to examine the biomes of hell that you're diving face first into. The variety of stages differs only slightly. Your main drive is to get into the action in every scene and keep the score up. Because of the motivation to get to the next arena of enemies, the game goes by quick. I clocked in around 5 hours after all main story missions and challenges on normal difficulty, and that felt like a good amount of time, especially for a game half the price of a AAA title. The soundtrack is phenomenal, with familiar voices lending their metal resonance from bands like System of a Down, Lamb of God, and Trivium. It is absolutely the reason to play Metal Hellsinger. The multiplier in this game works on a scale. 2x, 4x, all the way to 16x multiplier, and never before have I been so engrossed in keeping a multiplier alive, because the genius of this particular FPS/rhythm game melds in this mechanic. At maximum multiplier, lyrics are introduced to an already gripping instrumental, and nothing makes you feel more badass than reloading, shooting, and slicing with the help of Surge to keep you focused. At a certain point in the game, you are given enough weapons to be able to specify a loadout per mission, with each weapon adding a unique hue of character to the song you're beating the hell out of demons with. You'll always have Paz and his ability to keep a multiplier up if fired on beat, and your sword Terminus, which makes quick and satisfying work of the legions of hell. With these two always equipped items, you're given the option to have a primary and secondary weapon, a shotgun named Persephone, dual pistols dubbed the Hounds, my personal favorite, and even boomerang scythes named Hellcrow are available to you, but never all at once. I found myself yearning for the chance to use every weapon in one mission during my descent into hell, but was never able to do so. Your loadout doesn't end there, though. You unlock extra stages called torments as you progress through the story. These short but sweet side missions usually include objectives such as kill enemies on beat 40 times or use your slaughter kill on enemies 25 times. Successfully completing these challenges earns you passives that you can equip on missions to help you survive, or really, keep your multiplier up. Unfortunately, just like the weapons themselves, you only have the ability to equip 2 passives, so some decisions have to be made as to your particular playstyle, whether you're aiming for a spot on the leaderboard or enjoying a casual headbang. So, we've covered story, music, exploration, and loadout prep. But let's talk about gunplay, yeah? Metal Hellsinger feels great to play. Each weapon feels wholly unique and changes the way the player engages with enemies, obstacles, and even the soundtrack. Because music is so intrinsically baked into the game, you really do feel a sense of rhythm not just with the amazing music, but moving the unknown from encounter to encounter. Each shot, reload, dash, and slash feels vastly different when delivered on beat versus shooting too early or too late. which makes for an exciting and gripping gameplay loop for the entirety of your stay in hell. There are a few enemy variations here in Metal Hellsinger. You got your basic shambling drones, range demons, you got your range shield versions, fuck those guys. You get the really big upset demons, flying bug demons, but no enemy truly made me rethink my strategy or approach as much as it caused me some frustration. Some enemy types in Metal Hellsinger would be weak to certain weapons, but because of the limited loadout, I would sometimes hit a wall with my guns when faced against certain challenges. But overall, the enemy design is fine. You always feel powerful for the most part and able to engage or disengage appropriately no matter the threat. The boss fights in Metal Hellsinger are all reminiscent of each other, save for the final encounter. At the end of every mission, you will fight this boss. Each encounter, a different attack style or arena hazard will be introduced to you, but it'll be the same boss. I feel this to be a minor shortcoming. Yes, you do get a certain "this is my nemesis" vibe from the boss, but the lack of variety really made the later boss stages feel more like a slog than something to look forward to. The magic definitely happens during the main stages before the final showdown of each and every mission. Metal Hellsinger is a phenomenal blend of FPS and rhythm genres with an entirely original soundtrack to highlight the best part of the game, the music. Shooting on beat and building a multiplier has never felt so engrossing or, well, metal. And while the depth of the enemy design and lack of variation with culminating boss fights may be a deterrent for some, I'd argue that the true magic of this game occurs when chasing down a high score and basking in the glow of the soundtrack while covered in demon blood. I recommend Metal Hellsinger, 8 out of 10. Thanks for watching my review of Metal Hellsinger. If you enjoyed the content, be sure to like and subscribe. I'll see you next time.